Y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we are continuing on with my seasonal or personal color analysis series, and we are going over the bright or clear spring color palette. What is seasonal or personal color analysis? This is where we look at features of the skin from undertone to the eyes, to the hair, to the levels of contrast between those different features, which will help you find out which of the 4 primary seasons you fit into. And then we can further investigate, look at the kind of differences and nuances within each of those colors that we find within a person's overall complexion, and break it down into one of the 3 subseasons for each of the 4 seasonal color palettes. Bright spring is a transitional season. We are bridging from bright or clear winter into bright spring, which then transitions into true or warm spring. The overall feeling of true or clear spring is going to be a neutral to warm palette. You do have some cooler icy tones in the palette thanks to it being a transitional season between winter and spring. Think of this as the time of year that we're in now, where there's still some crisp coolness in the morning, but there's gonna be a brightness within the flowers that are beginning to blossom. Grass is appearing a little bit more vibrant. Color palette on the flowchart, which is opposite to clear or bright spring, is going to be soft or muted autumn. While both of these colors, are transitional between a warm and a cool season, the colors are much more muted. They're much more almost rusty in their undertone. There is almost a grayness added to it. So when using those colors on someone with a clear or bright spring coloring, it's going to make them look a little washed out. So those are not the most ideal colors. Undertone run from neutral to warm. That means you're going to have higher concentrations of gold, yellow, even bits of peachiness in the skin. Hair colors have a golden quality to it, so you'll have more of your golden blondes, golden brunettes, golden copper shades, vibrant reds. Eye colors can range anywhere from blues to greens to hazels to browns, but once again, they will have bits of warmth added to them, especially with blue and green eyes. There will sometimes be flecks of gold that almost look like a little bit of a gold glitter added to the eyes. It's very kind of charming and captivating look. Some great celebrity examples of a clear or bright spring are going to be people like Emma Stone, Chris Pine, Jamie Chung, Demi Lovato, and Kerry Washington. Something else fascinating about bright or clear spring is going to be freckles. Freckles are quite common within all spring families, but you find them a lot within the clear and bright spring. You want to think about the depth of your skin tone when choosing your colors. Sometimes a color that works best for someone like me who is fair to light might not work for someone with a richer or deeper skin tone. So when you're looking at the color, especially within your makeup, maybe you'll want to look for a color that's similar but has a little bit more saturation, a little bit more depth to it, so that way it looks the most flattering on your skin tone as possible. So without further ado, let's jump right into this video. I've already done my complexion makeup, and I took my skin a little bit more towards the neutral side since my skin tone does lean more cool, and I wanted to warm up my skin tone since the bright spring color palette is neutral leaning warm. I wanted to help kind of make my skin fit in to that range a little bit better. So today we're going to start with eyes. I'm going to be using the ColourPop Blush Crush Jane Iredale Flat Eyeshadow Packing Brush, and I'm going with this top shade called Lovesick. I'm going to take this shade from lash to brow as my all over base. I wanted to make sure I had pretty even opacity from lash to brow, since bright or clear spring is all about the clarity in the tones, and these colors are quite contrasting to the tones naturally found in my skin since I am more on the cool to neutral undertone spectrum. I wanted to make sure I had a nice opaque layer so that way the colors that we're using can really shine and be the focal point of the look. Jane Iredale blending brush, cream soda shade on the top called The One. I really want to create a nice kind of rounded eye shape. really focus on taking it higher. So when I place my brush in, instead of going straight in, I'm gonna tilt it up to a 45. That's gonna help kind of lift the shadow a little bit more. I'm gonna use a really light hand just to wash and diffuse the shade upward. And then we can do some little buffing motions to really help kind of diffuse and pull it up. I want to keep this lid area nice and bright so that way the color that we're gonna apply on top isn't diluted, made you blush. I want to keep the eye rounded, but I want to lift my eye where my eye is slightly downturned. So I'm gonna use this brush, stamp on this color right on the outer third of my eye, and I'm gonna extend that up to meet the lower half of that previous shade that we applied. I'm gonna apply 2 layers just to make sure this color has a nice opacity because we want that brightness. I'm gonna use the shade Enamored. 2 layers just to keep it nice and punchy and bright. The shade that we used in our socket line, the one to my lower lash line from inner to outer corner. And now I'm just going to softly go around the seam of those colors we applied on the lid, blend right under our eye. The shade Pop a Bottle, and I'm gonna take that right on my ring finger, very inner corner of my eye. Using the finger, I find it just helps also spread to that lower lash line. Place my finger right under that peachy shade we put in our socket and drag it right down the middle of the eye, right over where your pupil is. Drag it straight down. If you want more intensity, take your finger and stamp right over where you applied that shade. And you'll see that just really helps to kind of pop the eye. Use the very point of it, and we are going to kind of mix together the shade Enamored and Pop a Bottle. Hug right next to the border of our lower lash line. Smooth right under that. The middle shade on the bottom road called Cheek to Cheek. Take my brush, just barely put it in. Tap off most of it right under where you applied that shimmer shade. You can add just a little bit of a suggestion of a line and then use it to lift up this outer corner. This is very popular within K-beauty, and you're just using it to kind of mimic this kind of fleshy, fatty pad under the eye to really create, it's like a very cute, very youthful effect. But with Bright Spring, it's gonna really help create that wide awake, fresh look. And then just soften over to blend. And when you're trying to round your eye shape and you're in the habit of going a little bit more winged, take your brush from under and then round up. Sisley Retractable Eyeliner. This is in the shade Sparkling Brown. For mascara in Bright Spring, the ideal color would be like a warm gray tone, but those are kind of tricky to find. Use whatever you want to. Today, I'm gonna be using the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara, the waterproof in black. Now, before moving on to the rest of the face, I'm just gonna do a little bit with my brows. I wanna add a little bit more of an arch tone. That way it will help give the illusion of pulling the eye up. For lip, I'm gonna start off with a neutral warm lip pencil, the Laura Mercier Longwear Lip Liner in the shade Rosewood. I wanted to find almost like a my lip color, but warmer, and that is what this pencil does for me. Peri Para, this is the Ink Airy Velvet in shade Rosy Pink. Now, before I add gloss or anything to this, I'm gonna let this shade set up and let it kind of dry down as much as it's going to. While we wait for that, we're gonna do the rest of the face makeup. Bright Spring is a season that can start to teeter into those warmer bronzy tones, but you wanna make sure you're using the correct bronzy tone. Depending on your skin tone, you wanna look for bronzers that have a little bit more sheerness to it. Yellow or golden, slightly peachy undertone. You wanna avoid anything too orange or too ruddy, as those are gonna be better suited for warm undertones like autumns, and anything that is too taupey or too kind of softly pinky up to more of a cooler red will be better suited for the summer seasons. Look for something with a little bit more of a golden undertone to it. I'm going to be using one from Fenty Beauty. This is the shade In the Sun. And to keep everything soft, I'm going to be using a Jane Iredale chiseled powder brush. I'm going to take a tiny amount, keep it up high on the cheekbone, a little bit more rounded with my placement. And then I want to take my brush, flick upward. Placement is personal preference, but but I want to keep it very soft because this isn't an overly bronzed look. This is more so to add warmth, add a subtle nuance of structure to the skin, but I'm using this kind of placement to lift and kind of round out the face. Now I want to add some highlighter. Highlighters for bright spring, you want to look for things that have more almost like a soft yellow gold to them. Nothing too antique or too orangey of a gold, as those are more so onto your fall shade. Anything too icy will be too icy, too cool, too pinky. Will have a little bit more of the winter aspect to it. Anything that is too cool, even muted, to more of like those dusky, mauvey pinks, those will be a little bit better for your summers. So with looking for your bright spring highlight, look for something that has a little bit of like a yellow gold or even a soft peachy tone. For my skin tone, I'm going to be using the Super Glow from Natasha Nona. This is in the shade Fair, and I'm going to be using a MAC 137S brush. And I really want to really play up the glow with the look. Bright spring, since it's such a bright season, you have the kind of influence of bright winter being its neighboring season. You can almost kind of think of adding highlight as like adding the dew from a morning frost to the look. Really play with the glow. For blush, we want to look for something more on that peachy coral shade. Something that's going to feel kind of bright, quite lively on the skin. As for someone with the bright spring season as their color palette, these brighter shades are going to look natural. They're going to look like they're radiating from within versus sitting on top. To add a little bit of a kind of corally hue to my cheeks, I'm going to be using a Huda Beauty Glowish blush. This is the shade 02 Caring Coral. Chain Iredale Domed Powder Brush. I'm going to start right on the front and kind of start here and start kind of wrapping that color right from where we applied the highlight and the bronzer. Really paying attention to focus onto the apple of the cheek. You can even kind of whisper it up to meet that shadow we applied on the lower eye, as everything will become very kind of ethereal. It'll have this very kind of cute aspect to it. And then to add this kind of glossiness to the lips to really kind of play up that dew effect, I use the shade Sweet Mouth from Fenty in their Gloss Bomb formula. Now to add a last touch of powder to the skin, I'm going to take my Well People Super Brightening Powder, and I'm going to take the brush I used to apply the bronzer, and I'm just going to run this right in the center of the face where I want to knock back any unwanted shine, but I don't want to sacrifice the brightness. And that is going to finish off our bright or clear spring makeup look. What do you think of the bright spring color palette? For me, it's just such a fun, warm, and welcoming palette. It's one of the palettes I see most within nature that's kind of like the clearest look, because it's like that time of year that we're in now when we're transitioning from the cooler, harsher months of winter going into spring. Temperatures are coming up. There's more breezes in the air. You're getting those nice bright flowers that are starting to just come alive. Everything is just kind of bright, fresh, and happy. It's a very kind of warm and inviting season. Think, you've got Easter, and when you look at those Easter color palettes, they're just such bright, fun, and whimsical colors. So for me, that is what this palette reminds me of. It's just very warm and inviting and cheerful. You want to find the purest tones that can for your skin tone. So I hope you all enjoyed this video as much as I did creating the look. I will see you on our next color video coming up in a few weeks, which is going to be true or warm spring. Until then, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel for more makeup and color palette analysis videos, and share it with a friend that you think might enjoy it. I will see you all later. Bye.